Hello,
Just kidding.
everybody. Welcome to episode number 50 of Reezy Talks. Today, I am blessed to be here with Megan, who goes by Coupon Queen Orlando on Instagram. What's up, Megan?
Hey, how are you?
Good. I'm super stoked to have you. I actually used to do couponing, like right before the Extreme Couponing show came out. I had an amazing hookup on inserts. One of the Goodwills that I used to go to buy books to sell was right next to a paper recycling plant, and they would recycle the newspapers there. And they actually separated the coupons from the inserts from the newspapers because the inserts were glossy, and it's like a different type of paper. And so there was literally a tractor trailer full of coupon inserts every single day. I would start going through them, and I actually sold coupons on eBay, or however you're technically supposed to say that. I clipped them for people or whatever. But that led me into couponing myself. I remember I got I got like a Ben and Jerry's deal. It was like $2.99 with a dollar off store coupon with like a 50. I bought coupons off eBay from another person or something. Anyways, I ended up paying like 99 cents for Ben and Jerry's, and I bought like 300 of them. It's a bad situation for myself for a couple months. I was eating like two a night sometimes. And then the show came out, the Extreme Couponing show came out, and it kind of ruined it. At least in California, a lot of the stuff changed. And I've looked at it a little bit. I haven't got too deep into it lately, but it's like limit 4, limit, all kinds of limits. And so I'm very excited for this show to learn from you and learn how you're still crushing it with coupons. So guys, go follow Megan's Instagram, Coupon Queen Orlando. You don't have a YouTube, do you? Excuse me.
I do not.
Okay, so go follow her on Instagram. Today is Money Chasing Monday, as Meg likes to say. And so what did you go out today and get some stuff?
So I actually did a portion of shopping today, and then on Mondays, it's my biggest prep day for selling because I do a lot of reselling. So I shop in the first half of the day, and then I do my inventory management the second part of the day so I can fill orders.
Awesome. So what does that mean exactly that you are reselling? And we talked briefly about this pre-show. So is it illegal to sell stuff that you bought with coupons? How does that work?
So some coupons specifically will say void if purchased for resale. The loophole is that there is no legal governing over the coupons. It's not against the law. I cannot get arrested for reselling as long as I pay taxes and I charge taxes through my services. In addition, when I do this shopping, I'm charging for a service of being a professional shopper versus charging just strictly for the item.
Right.
So there's always a way to get around certain terms.
So there's like clauses, basically.
Correct.
Little disclaimers that you can put up.
Yeah. So as long as you're charging for your service, which would be your time to go out and get the products, and that's included in a price that you're charging, then you're not charging for the item specifically. You're charging for your professional services of being a shopper.
Okay, right. So when I was quote unquote selling coupons on eBay, if I remember right, I had to have a disclaimer in my listing that said, you're not buying the coupon, you're paying me for my time to clip the coupon and mail it to you.
And that's exactly right.
So, and how do you get most of your coupons?
So like you said, there was a recycling center. I have a few people who I know who throw away extra newspapers at the end of the week, and I give them a little bonus. I trade them products. They throw me their newspapers, and I also use clipping services myself because I buy such high volume. There are several people on Instagram and Facebook that sell their time to clip the coupons, so I order them as well.
You can shout out any service if you want to recommend one for people to use. I saw
That
you
girl on
Go ahead.
Instagram is awesome.
What's it? What is it?
That girl coupons.
That girl coupons.
That like Batman. BATGIRL QPONS. Batgirl coupons on Instagram.
Batgirl coupons. Okay.
Yes, she's awesome. Shy couponer. CHIQPNER. She's also awesome. Those are my two favorite Instagram coupon sellers. And then also couponfleamarket.com is a great place. I don't have any affiliation with them, but they are always fully stocked and they have sellers all over the United States who offer, they're pretty fast. Their customer service is on point. So for me and my hustle, if those two IG sellers don't have it, I go straight to couponfleamarket.com.
Okay, cool. Because it's important to get the coupons like fast, right? Because sometimes the store sales are ending.
Correct. So normally we get a preview of what the store sale is about 2 weeks in advance. And when we see the sales, we can predict what coupons are coming out, or we can use something called a database to search what coupons are available. So that only gives us a 2-week turnaround to prep for when the sale actually hits so that we can clear the shelves before other people.
Awesome. So what database do you use to search coupons?
So my favorite one that's easy is coupontom.com, coupontom.com. And basically, if there's a deal on diapers, Pampers diapers, all I have to do is search the word Pampers and all of the available coupons will come up. It'll tell me the different values and what regions. So then I can go ahead and ask the clippers or go to Coupon Flea Market and order the coupons that I need, or check my own inserts if I have them at home. It'll tell me exactly which week the coupon was released so that I'm pulling only what I need for the week. So I'm using my time efficiently.
Right. Okay. And you can sometimes get a rain check on store deals, right?
Correct. So if I go in the store on a Monday and I completely clean the shelves, or other couponers go out there and they clean the shelves and there's no product on the shelves, you can get a rain check. And the sweet part about a rain check is sometimes they're good for about 30 days. Some rain checks never expire. So higher value coupons will be released at a later date and you can use those with your rain check. Also, if your coupon is expired, most stores will honor the coupon with a rain check. So you can purchase the items when you need to. And in later dates, a store might offer an additional savings, an additional store coupon that you can apply to your rain check as well. So I find that with rain checks, the deals often become money makers.
Awesome. So what is the perfect storm for a good coupon deal? It's got to be like store deal plus store coupon plus MF manufacturer's coupon.
Exactly. So basically, all of the stores, if you shop anywhere, you'll notice that they put the same items on sale every 2 months. It's usually a 6 to 8 week cycle. So you'll notice a box of cereal will be $4 every day you go in there. But one day out of those 8 weeks, that box will go on sale for buy one get one free. The best time to buy that box of cereal would be when they offer a sale, a store coupon, and a manufacturer coupon. So often when all three apply, you have a moneymaker or a free item.
So let's like demonstrate that scenario. So if it's a $4 box of cereal and it's buy one, get one free, that puts it down to $2 a box. And let's say there's a store coupon. What's realistic? Like 75 cents off or $1 off?
Sometimes it's usually about $1 off one store coupon.
Okay, so $1 off puts that at $1 a box. And then if you happen to have a manufacturer's coupon for 50 cents off a box, now you're getting a $4 box of cereal for 50 cents, which is pretty cool.
And normally that cereal box coupon will be at least 75 cents to $1.
Awesome. Yeah,
so
that's
normally
great.
Cereal is something we get for free.
Great. Yeah. People are out here paying through the nose for their Captain Crunch.
Correct.
They're paying to get their mouth ripped up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the different kinds of coupons, because there's a whole bunch. There's, I mean, way more than me, but Catalina, manufacturer, store, like what kind of coupons are they and what do they mean? What are they called? Like, how do you guys refer to them? Because, like if you're not a couponer and you look at like, you see like SS 312, you don't know what that means, or RP 312, you don't know what that means. I happen to know, but let's let everybody else know.
Okay, so first of all, with just like texting, we had to learn the lingo. Couponing is the same. So SS is a book that releases certain type of coupons. So there's 3 books that come out often. SS would be Smart Source. Smart Source is going to be mostly your food items with some health and beauty. And then RP, which would be Red Plum. It's another magazine or coupon insert, and that's called RP. So Red Plum is all beauty most of the time, and then P&G, which is known as Procter and Gamble. Now, in addition to the normal Red Plum, once a month we get a special Red Plum called Unilever. Unilever is the manufacturer of Axe, Dove, Suave, Tresemme. So just like Procter and Gamble has their own book, Unilever often comes out once a month, and they're a big competitor with Procter and Gamble. So they normally come out about the same time. So those are inserts, are different ways that we get insert coupons. We also get coupons online, printables. And in the coupon community, we call an online printable coupon an IP. So IP literally stands for Internet Printable. Those come from redplum.com, smartsource.com, Hopster, coupons.com, often directly from the manufacturer's websites. And you can find online printables often through searching the database, coupontom.com. If there is one available, that website will give you the direct link so you can print the coupon.
So on the internet printable coupons, real quick, those are limited to like 2 per computer or something, right?
Correct. But there are tech people who have rotating IP addresses or some kind of program where somehow they're able to get numerous different numbers, because with internet printables, each coupon has its own serial number up at the top right hand corner. It has a very long digit, and it just says that it's a unique number, just like a check. So just like a check number would be 144.
I know some people have they'll have multiple computers, and it's actually kind of worth it to buy like a $200 Chromebook or whatever just to print coupons. And I've seen people that have like 5 extra computers just for printing coupons. And like you were saying, right now, I know you can rent computers on the internet. So without even doing any kind of trickery, you can like rent the service of another computer to print a coupon for you.
Correct. So yeah, you can. So for example, some people might have 10 laptops. They pick them up at flea markets or yard sales. They're broken laptops, but they access the computer, and all they're trying to do is save their IPs through that laptop. So if you do it often, it's worth it.
And then there's Catalinas, right?
Yeah, a Catalina is a coupon that actually have one here. It looks kind of like this. It comes out from a machine at the stores based on a purchase that you make. So
most people throw these away.
Correct. So Kroger, Wise, Giant, Walgreens, all sorts of different retailers have Catalina machines. And with the Catalina machine, basically, if you buy an Aveeno product, you'll get a coupon that spits out. If you buy a certain number, sometimes it'll give you a $10 or $5 reward off a future purchase, which doesn't attach to a product.
And you guys have, like, you guys or the coupon community as a whole, like, have this figured out. And like, how do you guys figure that? How do you guys know that, like, if you buy $12 of deodorant, you're going to get a coupon for did people just like buy a bunch of stuff and figure it out? Like, I don't understand how you guys know.
So on the Catalina website, if you search Catalina marketing, they'll post all of their current promotions going on because they want you to purchase those products to get the reward. They want to sell more Aveeno or diapers or whatever product it is that they're looking to promote that month. They want to sell it. So they also advertise it on their website and then in the flyers. So the sales flyers will say, if you spend $30 on brand X, you will get a $10 reward.
Okay, awesome. And then there's a couple more types. What do you guys call the coupons that come out of the machines in the aisles?
Those are red blinky machines. So those are the machines that are right in front of the product. It has a picture. It's usually right in front of new product. And that's a red machine. They're from Smart Source, but it's called a blinky. And those are the ones that when you were a kid, you'd pull 5 of them in a row and then your mom would tell you to put them back. Yeah.
And you can't put them back. They don't go back.
Right.
And then there's also peelies.
Correct. And a peelie is a product that's what we call instant purchase. The manufacturer is trying to get you to buy this product over the brand right next to it. So they're going to stick that coupon right on top of it, thinking you'll see it and buy it. But if you're a smart shopper, what you'll do is you'll just take the peelies and you'll save them for when the product is actually on sale. The peelies
Is that technically against the rules? I mean, I
there
guess there
are no
is no rules, right?
there are no rules. It could be considered unpolite to the
Right.
next shopper, but it is not illegal. It's not against any rules. If a store clerk tells you don't do that, then of course you would just follow that. But in
Right.
my 7 years, no one has ever told me don't touch those peelies.
Right. Awesome. So, is there any resources that you watch to stay advised on what kind of stuff is coming up? Like you said, you get the previews of the store sales. Where do you get those from?
So there are people, we call them bloggers. They have some kind of connection with someone who gives them ads in advance. So if you were to Google your local store and the word extreme couponing or ad matchup, AD and matchup for the certain week date coming, it'll come up. For example, Walgreens ad is already up for 2 weeks out. So that
Right.
means we could see it, we can plan. So these bloggers have access to it, maybe because they're getting their newspapers early or however they're getting it early. The ads are already posted, and most ads are done 8 weeks in advance. So they leak out and we get the advantage of seeing them. They're posted
So
all over the internet.
would something like Crazy Coupon Lady be one of these?
So Crazy Coupon Lady is a great place for newbies.
Right.
She's going to give you one deal a day. That's very basic to do, and you can follow that and you can learn. But she's not really going to give you the advantage of seeing an ad 2 weeks in advance to plan ahead. Her deal is going to be more get off the couch and do this one thing today and feel great about your savings on this one specific item.
Right. She's one of the top coupon like persons though, right?
For newbies,
Or
yes.
yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, Crazy Coupon Lady. Like she's in my head, like because I remember she came out, I think, after the Extreme Couponing show came out, and then she just like fully took over and like made like a real brand out of it. What's someone else like? What's the more advanced Crazy Coupon Lady that you recommend for people to check out?
So for Walgreens specifically, I like the couponingcouple.com. Mycouponexpert.com is for Publix shoppers and Winn-Dixie shoppers. Publix Saving 101. I'm a big Publix shopper here in Florida. I know a lot of people follow on Instagram just a bunch of different people. The difference is with the bloggers, it's how you want to perceive the format. So they all have their different format. They're going to have hot pink or hot green. And maybe you don't like looking at hot pink, so you don't like following this blogger. They all have the same information.
Yeah, they're just basically stealing each other's information.
Exactly. So Google your store name, coupon matchups. Once you start learning the basics, you'll learn how to find your own deals. But basically, just by Googling whatever store it is that you have locally and the word coupon matchups, visit a couple and see which ones are the easiest for you to follow. From there, you'll decide who you like.
Cool. So back when I was doing it, one of my best deals, like I didn't really have money makers very often. And if you guys don't know, a money maker is when you go overage, you like your coupons are worth more than what the product is. And so they will give you money back. And I think a lot of stores have changed the policy where they don't give you money back anymore. I'm not certain on which ones, but at the time I had a moneymaker on Whole Foods where it wasn't huge. I was making 5 cents for every can of tomato sauce. And it was like a really easy deal. It was like $1 tomato sauce, and it was on sale for, I want to say, for 45 cents or something. And then I had a 50-cent off store coupon from Whole Foods has a coupon book, I believe. I think it's called The Whole Deal. I'm not sure. It comes out. Do you know when it comes out? Once a month or something?
Usually once a month.
Yeah, and so I would take a bazillion of them, and then I would cut them all out, and then I think I know what I did. I think I ordered cases of the tomato sauce, and that's where the 5 cents came from, because if you order bulk at Whole Foods, you get a discount. I forget what the case. Do you know what the case discount is?
I don't coupon too often at Whole Foods recently, so I'm not familiar with their case discount.
Yeah, I think it's 10%. I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, I left with like flats and flats, like 400 cans of tomato sauce, which is actually useful. My wife's Hispanic. You need tomato sauce to make Mexican rice, right? And so, but I got 5 cents for each one. So I left with who knows how many, and they gave me like $100. And it was in from 5 cents per can. So that was really cool. And I had tomato sauce for like I think I had tomato sauce for like 5 years. It was insane. And we used to give it away to people and stuff. But what happens is, do stores still do overage? Will they pay you cash still?
Some stores will give you cash in your hand, and then other stores will allow the overage to apply to your basket total. So,
And so that presents an opportunity with gift cards, yeah?
Correct. So, for example, here in Florida and throughout different stores, they do something called gas card weeks. The store will give a promotion where they'll give you $10 off a $50 gas card if your pre-tax total is more than a certain amount. So during those weeks, if you could find deals that are going to make you money, the overage will apply to the cost of the gift card. So that means in addition to free groceries, you can also be getting free gas, free movie tickets, or whatever it is that you need to spend money on.
Awesome. Even just like regular Visa cards, right?
Correct.
So that's
and
kind
with
of
those visas, you can pay your phone bill.
Right. That's kind of a way to get around. They're not giving you cash back. You're just increasing your total until it equals or whatever, pay 5 cents or whatever.
Correct.
And I don't know if they always did that or if I just didn't know about it, because when I would go to stores that wouldn't pay out overage, I would like go get steak or something to add, to cover the overage.
Right. So that's what we've been doing for a while, is getting other items in addition to the gift cards. Some people prefer to spend their overage on items in the store. Other people prefer to have a gift card to walk out with because they spend just like cash. But they've been applying towards gift cards for the longest time.
Awesome. I'm just writing a couple notes right now. What specific order, because I know it matters, do you apply your coupons when you're going through a checkout? And how do you deal with it? Because one thing that used to happen to me, this is like a triple question, I guess. I guess you could just answer both of them or whatever. But one thing that used to happen to me with coupons is I would get super frazzled in my head. Like I would plan out the deals, but then I would see more deals when I was there, and then I would lose track of my deals. I would count my coupons like 52 times while I was in the store, and I just like wouldn't be so sure about myself. And or I'd get to the checkout and I have all my items, and then I would have one less coupon than I was supposed to have. Like, how do you get ready for that and like to reduce the stress? Because I think that my trips would take like 3 times as long as they should have, because I would be not so well organized and I would get really stressed out.
Okay, so the old cliche, failure to plan is planning to fail.
Yeah.
That really applies here, because for me, when I'm going to the store, I'm going specifically for certain items. So the night before or the day before the sale starts, I write down everything that I plan to get and I prep those coupons specifically. And what I do is I put them in an envelope. And on the outside of the envelope is a list of each item that I'm grabbing, 8 of each or 4, whatever it is that I'm getting for my deal. So then I have a list on one side and my coupons on the inside. I go to the store, and as I'm going, if they don't have 8, I'm going to put a slash and I'm going to write the correct amount. So then if there's a slash on that item and my coupons are in order on the list, when I pull them out at checkout, as I'm going through the list, I'm handing the cashier however many coupons, 4 of this one, and I'm making sure they come off the screen. And then I see my list that I put a slash and I change the number. So that means, oh, I need to remove a coupon here. Let me just remove that. Here's 6 of this one. And I keep going down the list. So having my envelope with the list on the outside and the coupons on the inside and just making the note as I'm shopping really keeps me organized, and it keeps checkout smooth sailing. All my cashiers tell me I'm super organized. We appreciate you for this. I'm not stressed because I've already done my homework. All I have to do when I get to the store is grab the product and go.
So how important, one thing you mentioned right there was watching the register. How important is it to watch the register when your products and your coupons are scanning?
So because my goal is to spend the least amount of money out of pocket for whatever I'm purchasing, that's imperative, because if they miss one coupon, that's $2. Now, for someone else, they might say, Well, it's only $2 that they missed. But if you do that 100 times, that's $200 that you're spending more. So because I do such a big volume, it's important to me that they keep every coupon that they take from me that comes off the screen. So it's really easy for me to watch, or I just listen and make sure that the beeps are correct. So if I gave her 4 coupons, I should hear 4 beep, beep, beep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. We're moving on. And in addition, instead of giving the cashier a huge stack at once, when they're only getting a little bit at a time, they feel less overwhelmed. So it's easier for both parties. You're not stressed. They're not stressed. It's smooth sailing.
Awesome. Do you dream about coupons?
I used to. I don't anymore. When I was really new to couponing, I would dream up these amazing sales, and there'd be times when I couldn't sleep because I was just gonna go out of town and clear the shelves and just make all this money. But since I've been doing it for so long, I've learned to have some life balance. So
No
I don't
coupon
dream anymore.
nightmares? Like you get to the front of all your stuff and you just can't find your coupons?
You know, if worst case scenario, if anything goes wrong, I always tell myself I'm in the same position when I walk out as I did when I walked in. So if I forgot my coupons and I have to leave the basket, it's not that big of a deal because when I walked in, I didn't come in with the product.
Oh,
So
that's a good mentality.
as long as I stay with that idea that I'm not losing anything, it doesn't stress me out anymore.
Okay, so here's a couple of questions. What is it? What are these items that you just refuse to pay full price for? Like like no way, you're never gonna pay full price for it. Is this like basically anything to you, or is it just certain stuff?
Anything used in a bathroom should be next to nothing. It's razors are always free, which is insane to me to believe because I used to spend $10 for a Venus razor, and now they're always free or moneymaker. So I could never imagine spending that much money on a razor again. Toothpaste, mouthwash, shampoo, lotion, any of that stuff that you use for health and beauty should always be free or moneymaker.
That's
I will
awesome.
never pay retail for those items.
Okay, the opposite side of that, what do you not mind paying retail for because it doesn't really go on sale?
Organic food.
Awesome. So, and also, what about meat? Did you ever get deals on meat? How does that work out?
So for me, I shop the meat when they have sales. I apply my overage so that I'm getting these things that I need for my household, and I buy it when it's on sale. So specifically, just like I said, how that box of cereal will go on sale at one point in an 8-week cycle, it's the same thing with meat. That meat is going to go from one price to another at some point, and I'm going to buy enough of that meat, apply my overage to buy enough to last the 8 weeks until it goes back on sale.
Awesome. So from the chat, we have 2 questions. JP says, he said, can a store clerk or management reject coupons? And how long would a beginner expect to invest on preparing for a trip?
Okay, so it's always up to the store to accept any coupons. It does say in pretty much every store policy that we have the right to refuse coupons. But if you're being pleasant, friendly, and you're following the policy, there's no reason why they wouldn't want to accommodate their customer. Because at the end of the day, you're not a couponer, you are a customer. So as long as you're treating them with respect and you're being friendly, you're following the guidelines, there's no reason why they would reject it. If they're kind of just being a jerk, you can usually ask to speak with the next person in management. Use the old saying, you get more bees with honey than vinegar. If you're sweet about it, normally they'll go ahead and do it for you just this one time. As a beginner, I would just take 2 or 3 hours a week if you want to save 70% on your groceries. I don't know how much you spend on your groceries, but 3 hours investing in getting that money back is usually a pretty good payout for most people.
Yeah. I mean, besides rent, groceries is definitely the next fixed expense that we all spend most of our money on, right? So you have like your house payment, your car payment, and your food that your family eats. And those are like the 3 biggest expenses. And you can't really, you can't coupon or negotiate. I guess you could negotiate rent or car payment so much. But with groceries, and those type of hygiene items, you could save money. So I think it's a great situation to be in. Megan wants to know, is it more difficult to find coupons for organic products?
Okay, so organic products, more recently, because I've been taking that organic dive, I've been finding great deals on processed things that are organic, such as soups, snacks, chips. So they do have them. It is a little bit more difficult, but you can actually reach out to the manufacturer, go to their website. Often they have coupons on their website that you can print, or if you write them and say, I'd love to try your product, they'll mail you coupons for you to try. So it's
Awesome.
not impossible. It just takes a little more work.
A little pro tip from Selena in the chat. She says that she gets her newspapers from the Dollar Tree, the Sunday papers, and then they have the coupons in there for $1, that's a pretty good deal. If you're gonna buy all the coupons or whatever. What price do you expect to pay, by the way, for a coupon? I know it varies depending on the demand and the savings on a coupon. Like when I bought those Ben and Jerry's coupons, I think I paid, like 25 cents a coupon or whatever because they were higher in demand. But I know sometimes, depending on what it is, that you can pay like $1 a coupon, right?
So we call it a set. A set is typically 10 coupons, and that should be anywhere from $1 to $2. And then if it's including postage, average price is $1.50 for 10. Sometimes if you order a higher amount, the coupon clipper will drop their price to 10 cents each. But on average, a coupon should cost no more than 15 cents each. It doesn't matter if it's a $5,000 coupon or a 10-cent coupon. The clippers are charging for the service of clipping the coupon. So the face value of the coupon should not affect the price at all. And in the coupon community, when we see someone overcharging for clips, we all get to talking about this because it's kind of disrespectful and it's taking advantage of the community. So no more than 15 cents per coupon.
Okay. Yeah, people are talking in the chat about buying coupons locally. Do you prefer to get whole inserts or just buy the coupons that you need?
Okay, so in order to purchase whole inserts and it to be effective cost-wise, there needs to be at least 8 hot coupons in that week's inserts. That means if you look at the preview and you can count 8 coupons that are worth your time, the price for clipped versus the price for full inserts is going to balance out. So if there's more than 8, you need to buy full inserts. If there's less than 8, I suggest ordering clipped. So I change every week. I always have some full inserts because deals change and I like to have them on hand. But on average, if there's less than 8 hot coupons that I know that I'm going to use, I need to just order clipped to save my time.
How do the Clippers make any money? It seems to me like it's pretty intense. I don't know if you know anybody that does that or whatever, but when I was doing it for a while, I basically, just because I'm a reseller, right? And when I bought coupons for myself, that's when it clicked. I was like, oh wow, I bought coupons off eBay, and then I started looking. I was like, whoa, people are selling them, and so then I had access to inserts, and I streamlined the process. We would pull the pages out and stack them to where the pages matched, and then staple the stacks together, and then cut them with like a cutter arm or whatever. But it just, it seemed like it was almost impossible to make money. I think I could make maybe just as much money as it would cost to pay someone like $8 an hour to do the work. But do you know anything about that world at all?
So I was actually a clipper once upon a time. And you can make really good money. It just depends on how much money is enough for you. I had bigger dreams and ambitions, so I quit the clipping life to go stockpile hustle full time. There is money to be made if you have a good client basis and you have a client like me who will call you and say, hey, give me 500 of this one coupon.
Right.
You have money coming in. Off of the little orders of 1 set, 2 set, you have to have a big client basis. There's plenty of money to be made on good weeks. They just have to know when they should be ordering their inserts. And so with everything, it's just time management.
Right. So I was selling them on eBay. Do you think most couponers are selling directly on their own marketplace and not on eBay?
So most of the eBay doesn't allow the sale of coupons anymore.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. It's been several years. So they don't allow the sale of coupons on eBay anymore. So the coupon clippers have moved to Facebook groups. in addition, they're selling on Instagram.
Okay, cool. Is there any Facebook groups that you recommend?
I specifically only order from those 2 sources that I listed.
Okay.
Just because I'm so big on what I order. I don't like a lot of people talking about what did Meg order? What is Meg buying this week? Because it creates more competition for my sales. So
Right.
I trust these specific people. But if you go to Facebook and you go to the group tab and you just search coupon clippers, there's several groups that come up. I'm in a few of them, but because of my high volume in purchasing and I don't like a lot of chatter about what I buy and what I don't buy, I keep it between just a couple trusted sources.
Okay. Awesome. So what is glitching? Do you know about glitching?
Okay. Yes. So
And like let's fully discuss like the do's and don'ts or don'ts or legals or whatever, because I don't want to promote anyone to do anything illegal. And I is it illegal? I don't know. I don't even know. But I figured you do.
Okay, so there's a couple different glitching that is talked about in the coupon community. There's the online glitching, which might be something like Victoria's Secret has these panties on sale, but if you type in these 3 codes that are not supposed to stack, they will stack, and you can pay just shipping and get a whole bunch of products shipped to your house for free.
Great.
That's one form of glitching, not illegal. There's another.
I think it's good. We should let people know that at least half the time those orders get canceled. At least for me, half of my orders always get canceled.
Correct. So for me, the time invested in praying that a product ships to my front door is not worth it. So I don't spend a lot of time on online glitches. There's other glitching what happens in the store where a store will stock a shelf with the wrong product. You know it's the wrong product, but they have to honor it. That's sort of a glitch. And then there's the coupon glitch where this product scans on a different type of product.
Okay. And those are the ones that are actually illegal, right?
So again, technically not illegal because with coupons, as long as the store is selling the product presented, the store will still be reimbursed back by the manufacturer. It is frowned upon. You are supposed to follow the correct terms and conditions of the coupon. But if you buy a product and use the coupon from the same company and it works on a different product, as long as that store sells it, that's considered a glitch because it will work and the store will still be reimbursed by the manufacturer.
What about when stuff is just ringing up at, crazy prices? Like I know there's people that's their whole focus or their whole Instagram is like, I got this from Target for 5 cents. Like go now. It's like a $20 item, but for some reason it's ringing up as 5 cents. Is that a glitch or why do stores do that?
So often that's kind of like penny shopping with Dollar General. They're getting this item specifically out of their system. They're going to liquidate it or they're going to donate, whatever their company policy is to do with it. And the list of what's zeroing out gets released to the public, as it shouldn't, but employees release it. And then people know what items to shop. And if it's in the store, they have to sell it to you if it rings up. So that's a pricing glitch. That's kind of also like the fact that if they stock a whole shelf with a product that's not appropriate and they put the wrong price up and you make them honor it. So that's a similar glitch.
And then some stores have random policies too, like if it rings up for the wrong price, it's free.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And go ahead.
And with that, a lot of people know that, so they'll take advantage of it. So they'll shop those stores and they look for those items that they know this box is not going to ring up appropriately. So let's go ahead and take them all up.
And nowadays, thanks to smartphones and store apps, you can actually check the price yourself from your phone before you bring it to the counter.
Correct.
Yeah, so you can bring like 50 of them instead of just one. And you're like, wait, let me go get some more. And they're like, nope, we're fixing it right now. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, with any type of in-store glitch, if you're going to take advantage of it, bring every product that you're intentionally purchasing with you because they will not allow you to go back. So if you're a penny shopper and you found a penny item and there's 100 of them on the shelf, you need to bring all 100 up front ready to purchase. Glitching
Right.
also takes a lot more energy because there's a lot of arguing with management and cashiers because they don't want you to take advantage of their glitch.
Right. And just like reselling, and I'm in the coupon world, sometimes you run into those employees or managers that for some reason they feel like you're stealing from them, like it's their products, like you're taking advantage of them, you know? Uh,
Correct.
and you just have to finesse them. You have to be nice. You have to smile. Like, let's just talk about how important are relationships.
Okay, so it's very important to establish a rapport with your cashiers and management. So when I go into the stores, I like to introduce myself friendly, like, hey, how are you? When I pull up to the register ready to check out, I kind of feel out the person. I can tell if they're having a bad day. And if it's I'm having a bad day type of person, I'm picking another line.
Oh
So
yeah.
I ask them all about them. It's talking to this person and just getting to know them. And if they're an awesome, friendly cashier, I'm going to ask them when they're working next. And that's when I'm going to come back in shopping. Um, Also, because I do a lot of couponing, I will introduce myself to a manager and I will say, hey, my name's Meg. I'm a couponer. Where would you like me to check out to make your life easier? And they look at me like, did you just ask me that? Yeah, I did. Where would you like me to go? And when I do that, they're like, oh, she's the good one. She's the nice one. She's not a problem. We'll leave her alone. Whatever she wants, she can have. So
Nice.
it's just being nice and considerate to people. Also, if I purchase an item and for whatever reason I forget the coupon or the deal didn't work out, I will put it back on the shelf myself. So I don't go into these stores making a mess and making them restock product. So it's just having courtesy. It goes a long way.
That's awesome. That's a good point. So definitely cashier profiling.
Yes. So what that means is I call it the catwalk. When you first walk in the store and you have the registers this way and the aisles this way, when you push your cart down the aisle, your eyes should be scanning those registers to look at the cashiers. If it's a friendly looking face, you're putting numbers in your head. Okay, 1, 5, and 7. Those are my options for when I'm done. Now your job is to swarm through the store, get all the products you want, and hurry up and get to 1, 5, and 7. So that
Do
way you
you
have an easy
do
checkout.
you prefer any certain demographic? Do you prefer old people over young people, guys over girls? At least for me, I think what I would prefer to do was I would always try to go for the younger people because they're faster at checking out and maybe they care less about their job versus someone who's going to try and like read the fine print and they're going to try and debate over you on what a purchase is.
So, okay, this sounds really mean, but any woman, younger woman who has 1,000 pounds of makeup on, I kind of judge her that she spent too much time putting on her face. So she really doesn't care about anything else except for her outer beauty. So there may not be so much on the inside. So check mark by her. So if she's wearing 1,000 pounds of makeup on her face, and I'm sure you've seen them, they've got this type of job and they look like they're going to the Oscars or something. There's someone I would go to. A young male is someone who I would go to. A middle-aged cashier who's laughing a lot and talking with their customers. So any of those group of people. Usually the elderly cashiers feel like they own the company themselves and you're removing money from their pocket because they've worked for this company for a billion years and it's all they know. So
Right.
they typically are the ones who I leave alone. But I'm looking for people who are smiling, people who look like they are not going to take this job too seriously. And they're the ones I kind of go for.
Awesome. So what are some of your, you said obviously Publix, but what are some of your other favorite stores?
I love Walgreens. I like to shop Target too. So for me, it's basically Walgreens, Publix. Publix is the love of my life. I'll do Target, Dollar General, and I don't really deal with CVS often, but those are the stores that I'm most comfortable with.
And for someone like me that lives in California, what stores would you recommend me to shop at?
I believe you have Kroger affiliates.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's called maybe called Save Mart or something.
Yeah. So all of the Kroger affiliates are very similar to Publix. And then Walgreens, you guys have Walgreens in Cali. So those are great stores for you to work on. If you're a newbie couponer, CVS is super friendly and they have awesome deals. but I'm in the stockpile hustle business. So CVS is not going to do it for me because they have very strict limits. And in order to break those limits, I need to manage 20 cards. With the time that I have, I can do better at other stores. But if you're newbie and you're only looking to coupon for your household, then CVS is a great place to go.
Awesome. So we were talking before about planning, but I think we left out a certain part because we were talking about overage and moneymakers. Moneymakers is when the store actually owes you money, but sometimes they don't actually, their policy is to not pay back money on the deals. So then you add things to your order to cover the overage to absorb it so that you're not getting money, but you're getting a T-bone steak, or you're getting a $20 gas card, or a $20 gift card. Can we talk about the order in which you don't just go to the register and say, here's all my stuff, and hand them all your coupons, right?
No. Okay. So first you need to plan. So if you have a scenario where you know you're going to have $25 in overage, when you realize you have the overage, at that point, you decide, what am I going to do with my overage? Am I going to buy more product that I need, or steaks, T-bones, or am I going to get a gift card of some sort? If you decide you're going to get a gift card, you would put all your stuff on the belt and the gift card included. Now, I highly recommend that you pay $1 or $2 out of pocket to make it look like you are paying for something. Now, the first item I always have the cashier ring up would be that gift card, because often they'll forget that it's even there. Then they're going to ring up the rest of your stuff, put it in the cart, and then I hand them the coupons. And as simple as that, you pay your balance, you walk out, have a good day.
So if you have, and I could be wrong, but I seem to remember, so we have a store called called Safeway, and I think it's called Vaughn's in some places. And then they have it's one of those stores where you don't get the store price, the store deal, unless you use the card or whatever.
Correct.
And so I think how we would do those would be
scan your card last.
Yeah, scan your store card last. So manufacturer's coupons first, then store coupons, and then scan your deal. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but it can affect the outcome if you don't scan them in the right order, right?
Correct. Okay, so if you are dealing with a store club scenario, which that means that when you use this special card, you're going to get a special price. You always scan that last, because what their goal is to kind of zero out your coupon overage. So to get around that, you're going to scan or enter in your phone number last, because your coupons will attach to the full price. And then once you scan the card, that negative difference will apply towards your gift cards, gas cards, or T-bone steaks.
Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. For example, if you have a coupon for $1 off of Captain Crunch, and the store club deal is $1.50, but there's also $1 off coupon for the store. So you scan the I'm getting confused. Anyways, but because if you do it in the wrong order, your manufacturer coupon will not actually scan. The computer won't take it because there's nothing there for it to take, right?
Correct. If you don't do it in the right order, it'll either reduce the price down, or it'll just reject it automatically.
Is there any type of specifics or things you need to know when you're dealing with coupons or store deals or whatever that are 50 cents off of 2 or off of 3 or whatever? How does that affect stuff?
So sometimes it depends on the system. Some systems will count how many items you have and how many coupons you're using. So, for example, if you have 100 products that you're buying and you have a 50 cents off of 2 coupon, that means you only need 50 coupons. That normally is a benefit to you because you're not going to overload the system.
Oh, right. I've had that happen before.
Because they'll actually count. The computer will look and say, okay, there's this many items and this many coupons. So you need to keep track in order to make sure that you don't have more coupons than items. If you get to the point where you have more coupons than items, sometimes it causes a red flag in the system, and a manager will have to come through and verify everything. And it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It just means there's more eyes on
And it
you.
means it's going to take forever.
Correct. Um, we don't double here, but other stores do double. So if you're in a place where you can double coupons, you always want to provide your double coupons first, which are going to be your highest values that double, so that the wrong coupons don't double. Because if you have a 75 cents coupon that'll double and a 50-cent coupon that doubles, if you give the 50-cent first, your 75 won't double. So for me, it's always your highest value coupons first. When it comes to manufacturer coupons, you're always going to hand over the highest value first, because if for any reason the computer says no to a coupon, I would much rather the computer say no to a 50-cent coupon than a $2 coupon, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. And so earlier you said like you don't want to overload the computer, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but the computer, which I don't even feel like it's valid to call a register a computer, but these things have less memory than like a Nokia flip phone from like 1995 or something, because you can overload them. Like I think, what is it? Most stores like 500 or 1,000 items will overload the register, right?
Correct.
And then
Correct.
they have to start over completely. There's just nothing they can do.
A Walgreens is 40 items.
40?
40.
That is ridiculous. And what's funny is that it's 40 like line items. So like let's say you have 40 apples, that can check you out. But if the cashier is smart and does a quantity 40 on apples, that only counts as one line item, and they can still do 39 more. But some cashiers aren't that smart.
Correct.
Also, just because I remembered, and we were talking about relations earlier, sometimes there's a wording on a coupon that says for, per purchase, per visit, or whatever. And so like technically you would have to walk out of the store and come back in and get back in line to be another visit. But if you have good relations with the store, like they're not going to make you do that. And they're not even going to make you do separate transactions. They'll just say like, the hell with it. Let's ring it all up, because they just want it to be over and done with. You're not a problem to them. And they know it's going to take, their cashier will essentially get like a 45-minute break working with you.
Correct. Some stores are really awesome, and if it says 4 like coupons, they'll let you use 100. Other stores not so awesome, and if it says 4 like coupons, you're only using 4. So it's kind of like pick your battle, pick your time, and know which one is which. It's really important to establish those relationships, because sometimes the cashiers will just do it if the right manager's not on duty.
Awesome. So let's start to talk about the stockpile. Your garage or your extra room looks like a store, I would imagine.
My entire house is set up like a store.
So how do you, obviously you are using all these things for yourself, and I imagine that's probably how it first started out, and then you have more than you can deal with, and your friend wants some, so you give them some, and then another friend wants some, and so you're like, I don't like you as much, I'm going to charge you a few bucks or whatever.
Right.
And then you're like, wait a minute, like this is a business. And so how does that work out? How do you take the things that you got from couponing and turn it into cash?
So specifically, I'm always shopping for things that are free, moneymaker, or 10 to 15% of retail price.
Real quick before we get into this, I just want to let you guys know that Meg has a coupon class, and I believe you can join it through the link in her Instagram bio. I will also put the link down in the description. What does your class cost, Meg?
So my master class is $100 for those people who know how to coupon but want to elevate their stockpile hustle, learn how to hustle the gift cards, and learn more about couponing. My basic class, so that's Meg's master class. My basic class is $40. That's going to teach the ABCs of couponing. So in order to take the master's class, you need a little bit of a background.
And do people get access to you at all through this? Like they can DM you and say, hey, is this a good deal? Am I being stupid?
Yeah, if you sign up with any of my classes, you get direct access to me. You can send me messages on DM or Facebook. I'm very responsive. A lot of my followers ask me questions all the time. I usually respond within a couple hours. In the evenings and throughout the day, I check in with all my students. I post a lot of my student success, so I've not had one person tell me my class was not worth taking. So
That's awesome. Yeah. And I just wanted to drop that right there. I should have dropped it in the beginning because we're getting into the nuggety part of the nuggety part of the show. And we're all going to get some good value right here, which is, I imagine, similar from stuff that she teaches in her class, but obviously probably more detailed, more thorough, direct access. And $100 is, is not, that's like a nice dinner for you and your spouse, right? So definitely worth, if you could save $100 a month, even, that's insane for $100 investment. So so check out Meg's class and her Instagram bio. So let's go back into that. How do you turn these items into money? Let's talk about all the various ways.
Okay, so for me, it started that I was collecting too much stuff and I was always shopping for the moneymakers or the freebies. I was short on cash one time and I looked around and was like, what can I sell? I don't have diamonds and jewelry. Well, let me see if I can have a yard sale. And I sold a bunch of stuff at a yard sale. I was a broke college student. I made a couple $100. That seemed like a baller life to a college student. So fast forward now, I shop for what's free or moneymaker or at least 10% of retail. I sell my products for about 30% less than Walmart pricing. So if I can pay 10% of retail and I can sell it for 60%, how much profit is that per an item? I can market those items on Facebook, OfferUp. I offer them with direct flyers. I work with daycares to sell diapers. I shake my hand and introduce myself to people all the time and let them know that I can provide them my service. I'm a professional shopper. In addition, I deal with a lot of Amazon sellers. So that's another way that I move products.
Yeah, Meg was actually, she's been contacting me and trying to get me to help her figure out the whole Amazon selling thing. The problem, besides the fact that she's in Florida and I'm here, is that we're both just way too damn busy with what we're already doing.
So yeah, so with my stockpile sales, it can be as easy as you've got a bunch of overload of products and you can take it to a yard sale place or a flea market and sell it, or you can tell your friends and family. I don't know if anyone's ever been to a lip party or a Tupperware party where your friends sit you down and they're like, hey, I'm selling this product, buy it from me.
Right.
I kind of did that with my friends. I invited them over and I played this game called Price is Right. We're all familiar with. And we played Price is Right. And I was like, and guess what I sell this for? Now buy it from me instead of the store. If you're my friend, you'll support me, right?
Yep.
And that's kind of how I got my inner circle on board with shopping with me instead of these big box stores.
So basically I'm assuming you have a regular set customer base of people that no longer get stuff from the store if you have it.
Correct.
And you're actually saving them money also, and
Correct.
that probably feels pretty good.
Yeah, so I have a nice client base, and I'm always expanding my client base. I do different marketing tactics to reach new people, but I have a client base, and I know how many bottles of Gain I need each month to keep my customers happy. So every time it goes on sale, I know exactly how much I need to bring home to meet my goals.
So you have business cards then, I'm assuming.
Correct.
What are the products you have to have for, like, what are the top sellers? What do your customers want every single month?
So my diaper clientele is really big. So I shop for a lot of diapers, but products that I sell often are laundry detergents, mouthwash, toothpaste, beauty, deodorant, those sort of categories. Dish soap, yes. Lots of dish soap.
Paper products.
Paper, toilet paper. I don't guarantee to have it on hand because it's not always something that I can sell with a great profit margin, but I will buy it and minimize my profit margin just to keep the customer happy so I can make my profit on a different product to keep them from the store.
Yeah, just like any business, you got to keep them coming because guess what? If you don't have it, they're going to go back to the retail store, and God forbid that.
Correct. Yeah.
So do you regularly do a flea market or a yard sale, or do you have enough clientele that they just make appointments and come shop your house, or do you drop products off? How do you do that?
So I have an employee who does my delivery services, and I often go to different flea markets for marketing purposes. So recently I wanted to expand to a city that's 30 minutes away from my outreach, and it's an older market. So I took products to the flea market just to see what people were buying so that I can see if those are products that I consistently carry. I wanted to know, are these people buying L'Oreal or Garnier? Which shampoo are they preferring? What are they asking for? Do they prefer Clorox over Lysol? So that way, when I draft my flyers, I can market them appropriately. So I don't go to flea markets often because I already have a nice client base that I sell to, but I do it for giggles every once in a while to remember my roots.
Awesome. It's important to stay in the trenches.
Correct.
So in your master class, what would you say is the biggest value, obviously, besides obviously having direct connection to you? Do you post breakdowns?
So my biggest value that I think anyone could get out of masterclass is learning to build your own breakdown. A lot of people don't learn that tool, how to read the matchups, how to search for things that they actually need versus just what the bloggers are saying buy. So that's something I really talk about a lot in depth is how to build your own breakdown and watching sales cycles. We talk about gift cards and gift cards are great. We talk about stockpile hustling and that's great. But I find all the time that I find deals that other people are not chasing, which are great deals. But because the bloggers are not making money off of posting this deal, you won't know about it.
Right, that makes sense.
So learning how to do your homework.
Awesome. Do you ever donate stuff that you get from the stores?
Yes, I donate often. I grew up really poor, depending on other people donating stuff. So I donate all the time, weekly, even. Locally here in Orlando, there's a couple different places that I like to work with. I don't take, I don't even take the tax forms anymore because I blow through it every year. Within the first month, I've donated my max for write-offs. So I just don't post often about my donations. And the reason is because I feel like you shouldn't let one hand know what the other hand is doing. And I just don't like when people say donate, but I take at least 10% of what I buy before I sell it. 10% is going straight to whatever charity organization that I personally like. And I know they're doing the right thing.
So like
And
Salvation Army, food bank, homeless shelters.
right. And I like to deal with smaller nonprofit organizations who don't get the funding that bigger nonprofit organizations get.
That's
The
awesome.
ones that actually do this. I was dealing with a buyer recently, and they do liquidations. And this buyer showed me meal ready preps that they had bought in from a church locally here that were supposed to go to Texas. So for whatever reason, these pallets didn't make it to Texas during the relief program. They got to the churches here, and then the churches were selling pallets of things that were donated.
Yeah.
So these products are going back into reseller hands.
Right. That's really awesome of you, and I commend you for that because I grew up super duper poor. I was homeless at times. We lived in hotels. Where I live, it's really expensive, so we would live in a hotel even though it would be more than renting a house, but my parents could never get enough, first month's rent, last month's rent, like all that together. And so we would live off of, we would eat at the homeless shelter sometimes. We would get food for sure once a week from a church or from Salvation Army. Like all my Christmas gifts came from Salvation Army, like as much as I could remember. So that is super awesome that you do, you don't forget where you came from and you give back to the community. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I love to see other people posting about donating. What we don't like in the coupon community is when a onlooker says donate, because a lot of us do donate and people make the judgment and assume that all the couponers are hoarders. It's just not the case. At least with the community that I'm in, a lot of us are focused on helping each other, either make more money, save money, or helping others. We don't need the judgment of being hoarders or anyone telling us what to do with our product, because at the end of the day, we don't tell other people what to do with their stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. Have you ever can you remember any times where you just had like an insanely massive haul or just like the most random thing like, oh yeah, one time the whole living room was full of paper towels like floor to ceiling. Do you recall any stories like that?
So like 2 weeks ago, I had almost 4,000 diapers in my dining room. And I built something called a diaper ball pit because I purchased these diapers for a specific seller, and I was waiting for us to work out terms and agreements. And basically built a wall of boxes of Lysol on one side, and I filled the diapers all the way to the ceiling. There was only 6 inches from the ceiling to the top of the diapers, and it was just insane. At that point, I thought I was on the episode of Hoarders.
Did the kids jump in it?
Yeah, my son is 2 years old, and he had a ball. I had while we were building it up, I had an adult in there, and they were like rolling around. Everyone was making fun of me. It was great times, great memory.
Are you the sole provider for your family?
I am.
And so you're able to make a living off of this.
Yes, I haven't had a real job in 5 years.
Awesome. I'm the same way, a little bit longer, but yeah, real job. What's funny is I work 10 times harder than most people with real jobs.
Right.
That's
I
so
haven't
awesome.
had a real job. I took 7 vacations in 2017. I never thought I would be able to take that many vacations. I did a lot of fun stuff. I'm loving my life. I get time with my kid. I work a lot. I don't get me wrong. Like I work more hours than a lot of people do at their real job, but I love what I do. So it's not working like it is working for someone else's time clock.
Right. It's shopping, right? So it's fun.
Yeah. And what woman doesn't love to shop?
I know, right? Society has programmed you guys. I honestly didn't like shopping a lot at all until I started being a reseller, and I did for 10 years. I sold only books before I started selling like products. And so that got me more into liking it. But I still never liked to go grocery shopping. And then a few years back I got approved to sell groceries on Amazon, and now I love going grocery shopping. So like my wife needs groceries, I'll go to the store, but like she needs to be warned that like I'm liable to come back with everything but what she asked for.
Right, because every time I leave the grocery store, I'm always thinking about how much money I'm going to be taking to the bank or how much I saved. It's an adrenaline high, and even though I've been doing it for so long, every time I go, it's still the same feeling, just like when I was first doing it.
Awesome. Do you have any deals you can share with us that are going on right now?
Walgreens has a really awesome deal on Aveeno. It is buy one, get one half off. There is a $3 off one internet printable IP and a $2 store coupon in their monthly book that makes those Aveeno body washes 99 cents.
Wow.
They're about $10 each. So there's definitely some, if you need it for yourself, it's great, but there's definitely some profit margin because, like I said, I like to buy at 10% of retail and sell for 60%, 60 to 70% of retail. So,
Right. That's not the cheap soap either. That's the soap where when you get out of the shower, you're dry, but your skin still feels wet.
correct. Yeah.
It got that lotion.
Yeah. So that's a Walgreens deal. No matter where you are, that's going on this week. And that's something that you can join in. You can order the coupons online, or you can go to coupons.com, print them yourself, and just test it out. That's what I call a newbie friendly deal.
Awesome. That's so cool. So you said you don't have a YouTube channel. Is there any reason why? Because I assume that there is a lot of couponer YouTubers, I would imagine, right?
I just don't get paid to chat.
Right.
So I never really dived into that. Instagram has been really my platform that I've used. I get online and I talk with my followers about whatever it is that I'm doing. My whole thing is just to be positive, focus on making money, and help other people. So I can get on Instagram really quick when something pops up in my head. I'm not a huge tech person, so I can use it user friendly, and in and
That's
out. People can message me.
what's What's funny is that's super true because even though I'm on YouTube, most of the reseller community is on Instagram. So there is those of us that are on YouTube, but YouTube is really like one way. I can make videos and I can talk to you and I can share this content. You can comment and I can reply, but it's not like Instagram, right? Like Instagram is much more of like this family feeling. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but Instagram is the best. It's if you're not on Instagram, please get on Instagram. What are you waiting for, guys? Just get on Instagram, follow me, follow Meg, like start hanging out with people that are doing what you want to do and start learning. Like it's super amazing.
And yeah, that's another thing is when I hop on Instagram, the faces or names that I see on the screen, I'm like, hey, I know these names. I'm familiar with these people. So it does feel kind of like family. And I can shoot out my message. I can leave it up for replay and people can message you right there and you can respond privately. And I kind
Yeah.
of like that.
And it's so quick. Like you said, you don't have to be techie. And I saw one of your Instagrams lives last week or in the last 2 weeks. And my wife was like, who are you listening to? Like, who are you watching? Like, what is going on? Right. And you had just like, you were so pumped. You were in the car. It was nighttime. You were like, get up, get out of bed, like, get your butt down to Walgreens or wherever it was. You're like, there's this deal, this crazy deal. Like, it's a moneymaker. Like, get up, get out of bed. Like, you were pumped. It was so psyched.
And you'll be surprised once I got online and so many people messaged me in the DM like, hey, Meg, thanks. I got up and I did it. So a lot of times people are laying around in their bed with their phones just doing nothing. And my mind is always on how can I make money? What can I be doing to be productive right now? So when I can say to someone like, go do this, and even if it's just one person who listens and gets results, it makes me feel so jacked up and excited because
It
I can
is,
be
right?
successful. But what's great is knowing that, hey, someone else can be successful too.
Right. Yep. That's the truth. That's the best thing is that people who are winners, they want other people to win because they know it doesn't take away from their wins. Like there's plenty of winning to go around, right? And I didn't realize this either until I started doing social media, but I'm addicted to helping people because of the way I feel when I get responses from people. In a way, it's selfish, I guess you would say, but it is the best feeling ever when people say, hey, Reezy, we're in Disneyland today with the kids because you helped us out, or just whatever it is, I was able to quit my job or whatever. It's really insane.
Yeah, it's the same for me as when I get a message and someone flashes money and they're like, this is what I did at my stockpile sale. And people think like all I care about is money. It's not even close to the truth, but money motivates. So, but
Yep.
when I see people and they're like, look, I made this money and now I don't have to stress about this light bill. And I'm like, yeah. So now you can focus on what matters in life
Right.
outside of the money because you
Yeah.
don't have to
I'm
stress.
I'm the same way. Money doesn't really matter to me so much. And like everyone has their financial thermostat is different. They want to live in a castle, whatever. I don't want to live in a castle. I could care less. But I know that money does motivate and it does get people's attention. So I am quick to share financial successes and good sales days or whatever because it gets people's attention. I could certain posts that I think should get more attention don't, but just a screenshot of a good sales day or whatever gets a lot of attention. And it's because some people, I think a majority of people don't really pay attention, but when they see money, it's almost as like money is this universal language that everyone pays attention to, right?
Right.
And so it gets results. In the chat right now, JP wants to know, do you have any male couponers in your group?
I do, and I love them. And as a male couponer, you have the advantage to blame your ignorance on your wife or your girlfriend who just sent you to the store. I'm so sorry, my mom, my gram, they just sent me to the store. I'm so sorry. And you guys can get away with murder. I love it. For whatever reason, there's not a lot of men in the coupon community. There are some awesome men who are in the coupon community and they do well. But for whatever reason, maybe because women do a lot of the shopping for the houses and that's where the couponing comes from. But I do have several men in my group, and they're beasts. And like I said, they have that advantage. They can blame ignorance on a non-existing wife or girlfriend.
That's awesome. So, I think we pretty much talked about everything. Can you think of anything that we didn't discuss?
I think we covered most of it. If you're new to couponing, I would say don't quit until you've done it for at least 30 days. Don't give up because your first trip doesn't work out. They say it takes 21 days for a new habit to stick. It's going to take you 30 days to really understand the basics and make it click. But once you understand the basics, you're going to see that it's really worth the time and energy that you're going to spend. You'll wish you started it years before.
Awesome. If you guys got any last questions, throw them up real quick. Once again, I want to shout out Meg's couponing masterclass, and you can connect with her on her Instagram, which is Coupon Queen Orlando, all spelled exactly how it should be spelled. And just a good profile to follow, even if you aren't couponing. It's just very motivational, positive. I vibe with it. I don't know if you guys do, but I think you will. So I highly suggest that checking out the class. If not, just follow along. I mean, most information is available for free. So if you're paying for a class, it's because you're getting that access. You're getting that one-on-one. And really it's saving time on your learning curve, which is more or less important for some people. But get on that, guys. I really appreciate you being on the show today, Megan. Yeah, I'm just super glad to have you. I know a lot of, I'm going to get messages from people that are like, that show, Reezy, was killer, and I'm couponing now, and thanks. So thank you for coming on the show.
Awesome. And if you guys are Amazon sellers, I'm sure there's local couponers in your area who'd love to sell you their stuff. So keep that in mind.
Awesome. So we got a saying around here, Megan. It's if you ain't flipping, you slipping. And we say that at the end of every show.
If you ain't flipping, you slipping.
Awesome. Thank you, Megan. So we'll see you. We'll do another show with you in the future and catch up with you. But thank you so much for being on the show. Remember to go follow her and check her out, guys. Tell her Reezy sent you, and have a good night. I'll see you guys next Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you subscribe to my podcast, you can listen to this on the podcast, and I'll share that link with you when it comes out, Megan, so you can share that with your audience. And comment down below what was your favorite thing that you learned on this show, or who you would like to see me do an interview with. And I'll see you guys next Monday. Thank you for joining me.